So San Diego State punches Alabama in the mouth. They harassed Brandon Miller, their 6'9" All-American forward, maybe the player of the year. They really played rugged against their 7-footer, kind of took him out of the game. The bench bunch did a tremendous job just coming in wave after wave after wave against Alabama. After the game was over and San Diego State had taken the Crimson Tide ranked number 1 out, USA Today wrote a column that just appeared today. The column critiqued Alabama for the whole Brandon Miller gun situation that resulted in a murder, a death, and a capital murder charge. It criticized the leadership. Greg Byrne, the athletic director, criticized Coach Oats for not doing something to show a sign that Brandon Miller had to have some responsibility in this. He drove the car that had the gun. He gave it to Darius Miles. Miles gave it to a friend. The friend is the one that fired the shot. Miles and the friend are facing capital murder charges. USA Today wrote a column saying, "Thank you, SDSU." The column also said San Diego State should now be America's team. They dispatched the ilk of college basketball, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And they said the way this thing was handled by that AD and that head coach, they have no conscience. They have no integrity. It was a moral failing. How could anybody root for Alabama basketball with the way they acted? And they credited San Diego State for doing the country a favor by knocking these guys out of the NCAA tournament. And that didn't happen on the basketball floor. This is not somebody saying something in the press conference. This is the media taking a public stance at Alabama. We don't care about Nick Saban and Tide football. Alabama's basketball mishandled this. So San Diego State can get in all types of credits nationwide.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking all so long about how the program gets no respect nationally for the athletic achievements, but maybe they're gonna be remembered here for taking out the bad guy, in terms of cleansing our palate of Alabama from the NCAA tournament. That's an interesting angle with this. But the Aztecs are getting love in the media. They're on, in the New York Times. There's a lot of attention to this program because a lot of people are saying, who are these guys? We've known for a long time. But again, it goes back to Dutcher and Fisher, all these guys, tremendous character individuals. And you compare that to what happened in Alabama, it's yin and yang.
And in terms of national recognition, you only get it when you do this. You're playing Final Four weekend. It's great that you have 28 win seasons and 30 win seasons and all that. But if you're one and done in the tournament, big deal. Well, these guys, the Aztecs, are now national players. And the other angle to the conversation, John, is now that the national media is writing about Cinderella, they're talking about Florida Atlantic, and rightfully so. Who are these guys? San Diego State is now written as if they belong. They have arrived. They've taken the next step forward because now they've won these 4 games in March Madness so far. So step forward, good on them. Okay, next